Right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to have a, I'm Dead the Drunk, we're going to have a quick look at my settlement at Jamaica Plains. We can just see it starting to render there. Just a quick disclaimer, I do not use any mods in my base building. You can normally watch me on stream on Twitch. You'll see that I forage for absolutely everything. The one thing I do use, however, I do use some Creation Club assets, which, if they're used, I'll mention it as we go along. And the other thing I should mention is the playthrough I am doing. I'm basically taking over the Commonwealth with my own army. That is the sort of mentality I'm going into. Now we're approaching. See, we can't actually get in this way. It's quite well guarded as well. Got an artillery gun there. Guard tower at the top and a couple of guard posts out here. There's no way in unless you vault it, but we're not going to vault it. For some reason he's got a little bit confused as to where they need to be. A lot of the settlers here do get confused because it's multi-level using an elevator, so they do get a little bit confused and can be on the wrong floor and stuff like that. We'll probably see more inside. And we'll go around here. We've got another guard post, a little farming area. We've got about 3 farmers. This isn't an efficiency build or, you know, deliberate attempts to defeat any spawning enemies. I don't know where the spawn points are for this settlement. I have basically created a wall just for aesthetics. I thought it looks pretty cool. Now there is a way into the base this way, but we're going to go around here where we've got a little entrance here, and I'll talk about the security in a bit. We've also, this is the workshop, which I've pretty much just turned into a well, a workshop, funnily enough. You know, we've got a panorama frame and weapons workbench, armor workbench, the lot. It's just a little courtyard really. We've got another security setup there. As I say, we'll go through the security in a minute. Up here, I've just put a lot of sleeping bags down. Literally a slum for the farmers because I don't really actually care about them. Now, the interesting bit. So we go through the radiation emitter. I forgot the name. Can't remember what it's called. We'll open the door. For some reason, this guard is roaming around on the outside. And we've got the first floor. It is a bit bare, this floor, but I have reached my limit on where I can on how much I can actually build. We've got our security chief. The security chief is always dressed with no armor, just army fatigues, clean army fatigues, and a random hat. They also have a signature weapon, which I create for him.
I just need to trade gear.
So if I just quickly look at what they've got, yeah, chief signature sniper. It's always, well, nearly always a laser weapon, although I am tweaking it. We have got a little map tells you what's on each floor, but no point reading it because we're going to go explore. We've got a clinic around here with a medic. We've got a little armory stash there. And we're going to go up to the second floor. Now this is a riser, basically to get the power up and down the floors. Speaking of power, we have our generator bank. Now I could have put a fusion generator in, but I haven't got the perk, and I thought it also looks pretty cool when you put loads of generators together and just link them all up. We've got the control through here. I'm not going to go into too much detail on this, as it's not fully functioning. The whole idea was, it says siren, I did have a siren in, but it didn't work as intended, so now it's basically firework mortar. So we'll be going through the security at the end anyway, but it was basically you trip an alarm and it closes everything down. I wanted to do dedicated circuits, so have a circuit for the lighting, have a circuit for CCTV, and everything cuts out or powers on depending on what's happening. Are we under attack? Unfortunately, the settlement is a little bit too small. The build size is a little bit too small for what I want to do, and I don't want to glitch it too much because it'll just pretty much crash the game. On top of that, I had a bit of a brain fart putting this absolute monstrosity of conduit work in. I should have really just thought I can use these little conduits to go up and down the floors, but I never thought of that. So, oh well. We do have security camera monitors. That is from the Creation Club Settlement Ambush Kit, as are the towers. The only other thing I've got Creation Club wise, besides weapon and armor skins, is the arcade cabinet pack. However, I didn't have it at the time of building this, so I won't see any items from that. Now we've got our artillery gun here, just protruding on the outside. That'll look pretty cool, incorporating it into the building. Artillery always manned by a person in Minuteman uniform. Now we're going to go up to the next floor. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. This one actually has windows. We've got our barracks. You know, each bed's got its own personal footlocker with probably a bit of clothing or whatever. And then we come to the mess, our little bar. We've got a little smoking area out here because I am a dirty smoker. I need my nicotine fix. But we observe the law of the land, if there is any. We've got a couple of posters up, a nice little seating area. Another little seating area with a Minuteman flag, and we've got a bar. And that was supposed to be stocked to the brim with alcohol, but I think a lot of settlers just end up grabbing stuff randomly. And actually standing it all up was a little bit of a pain. Now we're going to go to the top floor. This is the sniper's roost. Now the whole premise of this base is based around this. Just having a decent place to snipe from. So we've got 4 little towers. Now, when I was just getting ready, I loaded into this area, so I actually went away so I could get rid of Paladin Dan, so it's not talking over me. All 4 of these were occupied, which is absolutely fine. Problem is, she is the one that I want at the bottom, because she's got a minigun. The rest have snipers, but it is what it is. You can't really control everything. We've got a couple of little turret spotlights there. Haven't really used too many actual turrets. We have got one there, and we should have one in the courtyard. Yep, we've got one in the courtyard. And that is it for the main building. Now, let's go have a look at the security. So we go down, come back out here, and we do have cameras placed strategically around the place, mainly on the bottom floor. Haven't really bothered with the top floor. We do have cameras out here as well. And as you see, we've got laser tripwires. Now they trip on hostiles only. Triggers this flamethrower trap. We've got another one here. We've got another one here. So when they go off, they also, after a delay, well, I believe there's a delay, go to these firewet mortars. Set off a firewet shell in green, colour of our army, and an emergency flare to bring more Minutemen here. Someone just walking past the window, I wondered what was going on there. Sorry about that, yeah. So the original idea was for this door to actually shut when triggered. Unfortunately, I don't think it's working. I did try it and it sort of worked. And we are actually going to quickly test it now. So let me just open that. We'll bang down the terminal, have a quick look. So that wants to be... I do want to do more with these logic gates and that sort of thing. If you have any suggestions, put it in the comments. I'm always open to suggestions. And then we want to go to the obstacle sensor control and set the trigger timer on anything. And let's give it a go. I did save before coming here, so I'm not too worried about what had happened. Ah, the door does go down. Flares and the firework went up. I'm not sure about the flare. I can't see any flare. Right, the trap's now suspended itself. And we are locked out, but we can't actually get in. So it does work, it's just not working 100%. And that was the problem. That was the problem, they're not connected up together. And that'll be why the flare never went up, but I'm actually okay with that because I don't want the Minutemen coming here interrupting their day, because I'm nice like that. We have boarded everything up so nothing can get down, and that is pretty much it for our settlement here. I do plan on doing more in the future. I don't know who that is. I think that's just a caravan guard randomly. I'm gonna head off to Vault 88. Right, thank you for watching. In the description below I'll have links to all my social media and Twitch. Feel free to give me a follow on there. Please feel free to subscribe to my channel. I do plan on doing a bit more content, time permitting. I do want to actually do more in the way of my settlement builds. I have got a few others built that I wouldn't mind showing off, and I am partway through doing a few more complex ones, which hopefully at some point I'll get round to finishing eventually. So, thank you for watching and good night.